Trust in Real Estate Services Act was implemented on December 1st, 2023 in the province of Ontario, and there are two notable changes that we can discuss when it comes to buying or selling in the real estate market. I'm Michael Ouzas. I'm a realtor in the Greater Toronto Area. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these changes and what you think that will do when it comes to real estate here in Ontario and specifically in Toronto. And if you ever want to book in a call with me, click on that first link in the description down below. Let's start here with the RECO information guide. And as mentioned, I do have a full video which goes through the entire guide. So we're not going to go through each section today. Just note that if you are going to look at property with a realtor, they must give you this guide before heading out together, or at least when it's first practically possible to get this guide into your hands. There's also a digital version as well, and this is a PDF version. I think they did a pretty good job breaking down various aspects of representation here when it comes to real estate in Ontario and of course in Toronto. It even discusses some of the keys that a real estate agent can provide to you if you're working together with them as a client, and some of the other factors as a client. And then it talks about representing yourself, which is a big difference of what we had before. Self-representation is a totally different element that came into play on December 1st. And there's also its own disclosure which must be given to anyone looking to be self-represented. And this is produced by the Real Estate Council of Ontario. It also must be signed that this has been given to any self-represented party. You can go to the RECO website to get the full form. What is a self-represented party? If you're involved in a real estate transaction and are not a client of a real estate brokerage, you are considered a self-represented party. And in the information guide, it mentions that an agent cannot provide you with any services, opinions, or advice, do anything that would encourage you to rely on their knowledge, skill, or judgment, encourage you to represent yourself, or discourage you from working with another real estate agent or brokerage. Any assistance that the agent offers you is a service to their client, not to you, is in the best interest of their client, not to you, and is to help their client sell or buy a property. And as mentioned, we must give you the RECO information and disclosure to self-represented party form and walk you through it before providing any assistance. You will be asked to confirm you received it and understand what it means to be a self-represented party. So with these changes, now someone is either a client or a self-represented party. And for example, if I have a listing and someone calls me to view the listing, we must have the discussion on whether or not that person calling to view the listing is going to be either a client or a self-represented party. If someone chooses to be a self-represented party, the only property I can show them is the one for my seller. So if someone is interested in, for example, a property that I have listed for sale, we must have the conversation on whether or not they are looking to be represented as a client or if they are a self-represented party before even going to see the property. And this is something that is new as of December 1st, 2023. Major change that has come into play, and I think this one will get the most attention, and this is the number and content of competing offers. And this bulletin is all about the requirement for the seller's agent to communicate the number of offers to each person making one of the offers, and where the seller has provided written direction to share all or parts of the offers, the sharing of the content with each person making one of the offers. Those are the two changes that I feel will be most noted when it comes to consumers as we move forward. Even though there's been other changes when it comes to multiple representation and designated representation within a brokerage, I think that those will be better off explained in person. The two we discussed today will come into play when it comes to every transaction moving forward, as we need to give you that guide right off the get-go, and whether or not a seller chooses to reveal any details of the offer. I'd love to hear your comments down below. I'm Michael Ouzas. Thanks for watching.